Like Donald Trump is now the first president to be criminally sentenced in the history of our country. A New York judge delivered Trump's fate for his business fraud conviction just this morning. Rebecca Castor reports the president-elect will likely appeal.
After the U.S. Supreme Court rejected Donald Trump's request to delay his sentencing, prosecutors in New York got their long-awaited wish. Judge Juan Merchan sentenced the president-elect to an unconditional discharge Friday for falsifying business records. That means Trump will not serve jail time, pay a fine, or be on probation, but it does officially make him a convicted felon.
Which means by law, he can't possess even a .22 rifle, a pistol, a bullet. But yet he can be the commander-in-chief of the world's most powerful military.
Trump was not in New York for today's hearing. Instead, he appeared virtually from Mar-a-Lago. During his time to address the court, he doubled down on his position that the entire case is lawfare.
It's been a political witch hunt. It was done to damage my reputation so that I'd lose the election, and obviously that didn't work.
This sentencing follows Trump's conviction last May on 34 counts of filing false business records. Prosecutors say ahead of the 2016 presidential election, he paid off adult film star Stormy Daniels to stop her from talking about an alleged affair, which he denies.
But I think the judgment will be far harsher for the New York court system than it will be on President-elect Trump. I think there's a very good chance that this could be reversed.
Trump's
All right. So Trump was convicted. Well, he already was convicted. I guess there was some discussion back and forth on if he was actually going to be, pardoned, or if they were going to work out a deal somehow where he can slip through the cracks, so to speak. Apparently that didn't happen, so he got an unconditional discharge, which means he's convicted on paper, but he's not going to face any jail time or any fine, which just means we've convicted you, we've said you did it, but we're not going to punish you for it. So that's some kind of a deal, I guess you can say. What that actually amounts to, I don't know. Just kind of a bunch of nothing, really, is what it seems. He's going to appeal that and in all likelihood get it reversed, which is probably why they were willing to just go ahead and do an unconditional discharge, which just seems weird to me. And then, like the pundit pointed out, he can not possess a bullet or rifle, but is in control of one of, if not the most powerful militaries on the planet. In fact, the final decision maker of the nuclear codes. So forget about a .22 rifle, bro. The dude has nukes, right? Tragic comedy here, people. Nothing really too funny. So it is what it is. As far as being a felon, because he wanted to pay off a porn star to keep quiet about him hitting it so he doesn't look like a savage to the general public. Turns out general public doesn't really care about you hitting a porn star, nor paying it off, or nor paying her off to say that you didn't. So really a whole bunch to do about nothing. I guess there is a class of people, probably 40 or older, who care somewhat about the fact that you may have been married, sleeping around and whatnot. While that may have been a traditional value here in these United States some time ago, it doesn't seem like that's that much of a pressing issue these days. As to if it is for you or not, I guess you'll decide. As for me and what I tend to think here, as far as the issues that are related to the American people in the United States, we are concerned about what's best for us. And as to the background of a person, truthfully speaking, no one's perfect. So I know there's a push to try to create these perfect images and public personas of people that we're all supposed to just believe in. And so it's like, oh, you're not perfect? What a surprise. Not to say that the shit he's pulling has anything to do with perfection, or the lack thereof. He just seems to be on another level, to be honest. Love him or hate him, the guy is what he is. And a week from today, he's set to be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. So there's that. If you don't like the current situation here in the United States of America or wherever it is that you may be, realize and understand the responsibility of doing the necessary actions to change things, to move the agenda forward, to be impactful in our world and in your society is up to you. And if it's meant to be, whatever that change is, it's up to you in me.